Awakened the most powerful professional corpse mage in history. One man can rival the army of a country. But who would have thought as a fallen mage? His spirit is self-serviting. Even a tattered little skeleton can't summon. But fortunately, the system Yanmin let him win the S-level talent. The brave heart of the mage lets kill the enemy by hand combat, get free attribute points helpless. He can only add all attributes to strength. Become the only person in the world close to you. Flesh Necromancer Sucheng Royal 4th College. The principal gave a passionate speech on the stage today. It's the din. You can change careers and become a player to challenge various replicas therefore. Increase your level and strength. With the activation of the formation, welcome player Qiao Yu to enter Lee's world for the first time. Have you started drawing occupations? Qiao Yu did not hesitate to choose to extract Qiao family ancestors 7 ants and 8 ants. Be sure to bless me with a good career. Suddenly a burst of worried green necromancy by Qiao Yu emitted. Qiao Yu was confused. This is the only hidden profession. Damn it. The ancestors of the Qiao family. The 8th ant is awesome. This profession is rare even in the world. With the wave of the necromancer's staff, countless necromancers summoned. The gates of hell gushed out in an instant. One man can match the suppression of the army. It's simply European emperor possessed. Then he hurriedly opened the attribute door. Damn it! Are you kidding me? Qiao Yu, the necromancer of the spirit forest sculpting Gilling. The initial properties are all randomly assigned up to 10 points. The most important thing for a mage is mental power. The 0 points of mental strength is still playing hairs. Even a weak little skeleton can't be summoned. Then the system prompts, may I ask if you have drawn the initial talent? Smoke it. It doesn't matter even if you get an S-level talent. It's useless. Qiao Yu's whole body suddenly burst out. Intense energy fluctuations. Congratulations to the player for winning the brave heart of the talented mage reward. 10 free attribute points passive effect. The player is better than killing enemies by close quarters. Free attribute color can be obtained active effect. Players can enhance other attributes to 1. It was sent to the bottom of the novice mission by the system in front of fortunately. She is a hot NPC lady. Dear player, I am the bosom friend Yillian. Is there anything I can help you with? Hello, I am here to register and receive the novice task. It's a pleasure to serve you. Eyes is your newbie package. Congrats to Qiao Yu player for obtaining the initial equipment achievement, and novice staff also comes with a case and a skeleton summoner robe. He is useless for 0 mental power. This. Don't wait for him to finish. Qiao Yu directly entered her parents. Can just enter the copy. I met a dense pile of white bones. Just remembered. The NPC lady seemed to have said something just now. Forget it. No matter how difficult the novice task is, where will it be difficult? The next second I feel a chill on my back, then look back, found out it was a skeleton soldier. Bearing teeth cracked and towards grasscart blood, Qiao Yu did not hesitate to use a super broken staff. With a whoosh, it smashed towards the skeleton soldier's head. With a click I smashed a skull and burst open. Only one head fell to the ground exuding bursts of necromancy. This is too unchallenging. Killed with a stick detected player hand. To hand combat to kill skeleton soldiers reward with free attribute points. And rewarded for successfully killing the first wild. You will be a person with private attributes. At this time, Qiao Yu's level has also reached level 2. Strength attribute has also been added to 30 years. You know, ordinary newcomers are considered geniuses in a single attribute. However, this novice task, it won't just make yourself slow to brush the level. This is too simple. But just then, a huge skull tube suddenly drilled out of the ground. It turned out to be the captain of the 3rd level skeleton soldier. No wonder there is such a strong aura. What a big hole can you poke with a guy on your back? However, his agility is only a little bit more receptive. Wave the staff directly in your hand. Hit the skeleton king on the head with a clang. But who would have thought, but was blocked by a shield. No skeleton captain backhanded a son of a spear. Fortunately, Qiao Yu was quick to dodge. I didn't expect this guy to be so intelligent, and it can easily smash the ground with one hit. When Captain Skeleton attacked the poor, seizing the opportunity, the staff slashed across with vigor, and he jumps up. Hit the skull captain on the head. Let's see if you can stop this boring ghost killing. This batch goes directly to Captain Skeleton, deals 50 fatal damage. Kill the skeleton captain, reward 3 free attribute points. At this time, Qiao Yu looked confused. Facing such a powerful skeleton captain, how exactly do those newbies do it? The principal of the mission said, killing wild monsters will fall into the mix after opening. You will get random rewards. After the use of the 7th skull cannon, the next attack will result in a 100% tie HTG up, but it's just a 1. Time countdown. The next second, several skeletons came from behind the sound. It goes on and on and on. There are many more of them. It seems to be solved quickly. In case you are accidentally stabbed. Within the Royal Academy of Sucity, most of the students have also completed the transfer task. Each of them is free to show off their professions, but Qiao Yu's best friend, Xiao Peng, was very confused. Why hasn't this guy come out yet? Will everything be okay? Qiao Yan in the dungeon finally had a hard time kill all skeletons, but the system did not notify him to complete the task. Suddenly an old voice suddenly sounded, absorbing skeletons too much. Hearing that, Qiao Yan suddenly opened his eyes wide. What's going on here? Then I found out, and these skulls seem to come alive. With a whoosh, it flew past Qiao Yu. Next second, hundreds of thousands of skulls actually gathered together. The housing management has formed an already huge skeleton. It turned out to be a level 10 shadow skeleton king. Although in a state of injury, but the breath that disperses 4 people, but Qiao Yu felt suffocated. How can there be a level 10 explosion in the Novre? The ground splashed with smoke hundreds of meters high. Fortunately, Qiao Yu bracelet back away. it was going to kill him at this time. Qiao Yu found that although this guy has high strength, not so fast. This is your own face. The Shadow Skeleton King's only advantage. The 60-point terrifying defense also makes Qiao Yu scalp tingling. I don't know if I can break his blessing. He used the advantage of his movement to smash at the Skeleton King. Although it only dealt 32 damage, but it also shows that as long as you keep attacking can still be killed. The Shadow Skeleton King's momentum is even more amazing than before. Not only does power become stronger, and it's much faster than before, it seems that the front hard steel is obviously not working. He has to be restricted first. Lao Yu observed his hairstyle carefully for a while. The rock behind him. It could collapse at any moment. Silly big guy. The revealed Skeleton King also squatted without hesitation. The Scythe of Death was wrapped around Qiao Yu, and Qiao Yu also deliberately revealed a flaw in one case of anger. The Skeleton King's attack directly cut through the rock behind him. The stone suddenly collapsed. A large number of mountains slammed into the Skeleton King Qiao. The Skeleton King was smashed and screamed. HP's only 1/5 left. At this time, Qiao Yu gritted her teeth. His physical strength is obviously not tight, but fighter jets are fleeting, while you have to make a profit, so immediately equip the brothel. The full set is a fatal blow to the Shadow Skeleton King. Seeing this, the Shadow Skeleton King's eyes were full of horror. Looking at Qiao Yu with despair, just listen to the wind chimes. The movie Skeleton King was completely wiped out. System prompt. The novice escape from the Fog Cave mission has been completed. Congratulations to Mr. Joe Donkey. Officially become a player in the consular community. And the level is directly Not bad. Although, not as big as the skeleton set. Fortunately, it can be used continuously. But the fish seemed to realize something was wrong just now. The system prompted Skeleton King hand kill. How did the other students pass the customs? Forget it. Let's go out first. When the fish just got back to College Square, Haozi had Yang Xiangdi and rushed towards him. What are you doing? Doing a rookie task for so long I thought something happened to you in there. Qiao Yu is puzzled. Everyone completed the task very early. Nana. Qiao Yu, my profession is a mage. What is your occupation? But at this moment, a figure suddenly appeared. The last person to come out of Qiao Yu turned out to be you. The person who came was Mafei, the teacher and monitor of the college. Do you know what my profession is? This guy loves to find him all day long. At this time, the principal's voice suddenly sounded on the stage. Students, the professional registration has been completed. All participate in the novice trial tomorrow. Now let's introduce each other, their talents and professions. I am a ground-level talented soldier. I am Cisco. I am a professional mage nurse. It is a strong B-level talent meat shield paladin. Mafei suddenly said. My profession is swordsman. The people in Wenyun exclaimed in an instant. Swordsman is an extremely powerful profession in Li World. The monitor is indeed the son of destiny. Principal Wenyun was relieved. Not bad. Not bad. B-level talent belongs to the ranks of genius level. Then ask Qiao Yu what his occupation is. Wenyun. Qiao Yu said lightly, my profession is necromancer. As for the talent horse, it is inconvenient to disclose it for the time being. Seeing this, the principal was shocked. Necromancer is a unique hidden profession. Rumor has it that there was once a necromancer. He single-handedly pushed the empire. Everyone instantly exclaimed, what the hell is true or false? Mafei also showed an expression of disbelief. How is that possible? But what about the necromancers? Mages are notoriously crispy professions. The most feared thing is the assassin's pure assassination, and perennial contact with undead creatures. Therefore, the physique is much weaker than that of ordinary players, extremely long casting time. Without the protection of teammates, it's a waste job. Assassin. Construction is a violent profession. The father of the necromancer. I dare not say that the talent level is definitely rubbish. The students on the ground have expressed their admiration for Qiao Yu. Cast Inven. You will not be able to protect yourself. I can't help it if I am not low Ash Chia at this time. The principal couldn't help but praise, Qiao Yu, you've made it through. After completing the novice trial, you will definitely get into the top university in the country. Okay, class, that's it for today's class. They all went home early to prepare for tomorrow's novice trial. After the assessment, Qiao Yu returned home in my memory. I always call my mother when I get home. The parents of this world are the most gentle towards themselves. But at the age of 6, my parents said they were going to Kyoto. It has mysteriously disappeared since then, and he became an orphan himself. It's been 12 years. Where on earth have they gone? Qiao Yu vowed to be admitted to Kyoto University. Get to the bottom of it. To the day of breakup, today's newbie breakup, I just have one request. Everyone must return safely. If you are not sure, remember to quit immediately. It is better to fail in love than to die in it. Wenyun is not random. And suddenly cold sweat is the broken love mission so dangerous. The principal then said don't be too nervous generally. Novice dungeons do not cause players to die. But there are always exceptions. Once upon a time, a novice copy had a major accident. As a result, more than 40 people in a class disappeared so far. No one has died. No corpse has been seen. I only know that the copy is called Meng Yankin. Hearing this, some students have already withdrawn. But don't panic. Exit in time in case of danger. The world will be fine. Alright, everyone, get ready to enter. With the second-hand freezing frame at 0 minutes, 0 seconds, I saw a panic in the surrounding space. The novice trial officially begins. Then a group of students came to a village entrance. There are 3 big characters, Menjan Village written on the face. Everyone come in with me today. I will take you through customs with Mahahi. What if you Qiao Yu are a necromancer? I will prove to everyone I am the leader of this class. Is the strongest man in the class. At this time, Qiao Yu was puzzled. Why did it take so long to enter the dungeon? There is no system prompt. Just then, a bare leg appeared behind them immediately after an uncle with a small face appeared in front of everyone. It's a shame to be so young. Seeing this, everyone looked puzzled. Uncle, what do you mean by that? Are you an NPC? Uncle Zimian didn't speak. He took a deep breath. Welcome to Novice Trial. Nightmare Village difficulty, Rookie S7. This level is equivalent to a first level peak copy. Trials require more than just leaving alive. And to find out the core secrets of Nightmare Village, the students were shocked. This is just where more than 40 people were killed by the pit stop playing. I am going home to find my mom. Seeing this, Mafe is shouting. Don't panic. I will definitely take everyone out of Nightmare Village. But the bridge fish on the side not only thought about level 1 copy minimum, you also have to go out of the street level to pass the customs. And we are all apprentices. It is impossible to compare. The world level is divided into apprentice out of the street, middle street, high street, king street. Wins levels 1 to 10 for apprentices. Every 10 levels you gain will increase by 1 level. This is the student who wants to leave, but it was contained by an invisible force at this time. The uncle inside is cold and warm. Don't struggle. Once you enter Nightmare Village, don't even think about going out again. The classical Chinese scene was suddenly Amese. We're all going to die. And Mafe is constantly encouraging everyone. No wonder the previous class was wiped out. Looks like he wants to go out. We must find out the core secret of Nightmare Village. Although this uncle looks crazy, but it doesn't seem malicious. Shouldn't be the enemy. You don't have to worry too much. When it comes, it will be safe. Hearing this, Mahai said that I understand, uncle. You are asking us to relax our mentality. Face it confidently and calmly, right? Uncle Wenyanzi's face is almost calm, right? Since you are here, prepare to be buried here. Hearing this, the whole scene fell silent. Everyone had a shocked expression on their faces. I can't find anyone. I am Mogen, the mayor of Mengin village living here. I only have 2 requirements: empty house. You can go anywhere, but don't touch the black thing on the door. What about this second? You must return to the house and close the doors and windows before dark, no matter what happens. Don't open it. Curiously, briefly asked, why can't you come out after dark? At night you will know. Then the people began to choose their own houses. It was the nurse in the class who suddenly came over. Qiao Yu, if there is any danger, remember to protect me. I am a wet nurse by profession. I can keep adding milk to you. Jiaoxiu, do you want a face? So many students in the class saw it. Hearing that, the nurse looked annoyed. What would I like to do? Can you handle this airport? Hear yourself call yourself an airport? White hair suddenly hairs. Do you think it's nice to look like a cow? That's just fat. That's it. A classmate looked out the window and opened his mouth happily. Oh grandma, I miss you so much. Outside the window at this time, how ran appeared the figure of an old man. Dear grandson and grandma are so cold. Open the window and let grandma hug you. Okay? See, the student didn't hesitate to open the window. Grandma, I'll open it for you. Just then Qiao Yu shouted to stop. I shouted, but it was too late. I saw an acre in the old lady's eyes. Evil red light. I am about to jump on the classmate. I am about to bite off his dog head. If at this moment of the heavens a staff suddenly appeared, sand-winding union. I can't take it anymore. So this fellow ran. The old lady is now turned into a monster with blood all over its body, a 3rd level ordinary monster dream. And there are also quirky skills. The current situation is Wuhan DC novice. Daughter, in-law skills are even mobs so perverted. I'm not finished yet. This nightmare monster shot towards the little fat, but the next 38 shield skills were blocked. And my own blood volume continues to decline. Qiao Yu quickly summon Wanglin to contain this Lord Meng Nanny. Give me a raise. Hearing the words, the nurse released the treatment without hesitation. Qiao Yu, what are you still doing? Summon Wanglin? But who would have thought that Qiao Yu was a flying body? Holding a scepter, he smashed it at Nightmare. This scene startled Xiaopeng and opened his mouth wide. Brother Yu's staff is not for you immersed in nightmares. You will die. It's a big watch. But I saw a big vice warrior on Nightmare's head. Seeing this, the students suddenly looked confused. Do necromancers fight their enemies like this? The nightmare of 50 health points is like this. Look at that. The slain nightmare turned into a black stone, and it's dissipating. The symbol on it is exactly the same as the one on the door. At this time, Qiao Yu was also puzzled. Why kill the nightmare? I didn't get attribute points. In a blink of an eye, it changed to the next day. Thanks to Qiao Yu and the others last night. Otherwise, the consequences will be unimaginable. I think calling the police on Qiao Yu's thigh must be right. One stick solved that boy's nightmare. Hearing this, Mafe hummed with disdain. If I were there, surely not let a girl burn. Hiding behind women is not a good man. As good as talking a cool pose. It's just a nightmare I can fly at a glance. Just then a flustered sound suddenly stopped. Take all these people down. Anyone who has the courage to resist will be killed on the spot. Is there any misunderstanding? Misunderstanding? Don't you know what you did last night? How dare you break the rules and kill the guardian spirit of Nightmare Village? The guardian spirit will be furious. We villagers will also suffer. Qiao Yu felt a sudden blow in his heart. The number of villagers is about the same as their class. That's the one who angered the guardian forest. Stay out of the house tonight when night falls. Do you have the courage? Isn't staying outside the house the same as dying? Does anyone know how many nightmares there will be at night? Just then, Qiao Yu stood up to protect Lin. I killed him. I'll be outside tonight, waiting for the guardian's punishment. Ma Fei was shocked when he heard the words, "Are you crazy? You are courting death? You don't play like this when you get ahead, village chief. I am sorry. My classmate's brain is not good. Don't take it seriously." When young Qiao Yu said lightly that you can rest assured when you arrive at the monitor. "There are some things I need to verify myself. Maybe it can help us get out of Menjian village, Qiao Yu. You said you could help us leave Mengan village. What do you mean? Did you find the core secret of Mengan village?" "Most likely not wrong. We won't know until we verify it at night." In the blink of an eye. It was night. There was a rustling sound in the distance. A sound makes the outer roof slowly approach. But just as Nightmare was about to approach, Qiao Yu, a vortex of yellow sand suddenly appeared in the tree path. The horse moves quickly. I can only control it for a second. The golden horse is a violent swordsman. One man and one sword can kill all the enemies in the Wizhu. I will definitely be able to do it after saying that. He held the sword and shot towards the Nightmare explosion. Immediately draw a beautiful sword key. At the same time, the nurse and the white-haired meat shield want to come forward to help. But after trying for a long time, I can't untie Qiao Yu's chains. It seems that Ma Fei can only chop the altar with a sword, but Qiao Yu never uses it with a sudden force. It will directly break. The wet nurse and the white-haired meat shield were shocked by this scene, and called out directly, "Qiao Yu, are you really a necromancer? And Ma Fei is fighting fiercely with Nightmare's Yu?" "Give it to Ma Fei Nuo," but he was directly rejected by Ma Fei. The real strong all honed from battle scars are a man's metal, the little fat on the Sid reminded. The weakness of Nightmares is in the head. Qiao Yu hit her head with a staff. He died. "I see. I should have known. You have to watch this sword next. I only do it once. Only a few sounds can be sent." Ma Fei drew several swords in the blink of an eye, then assume a cow expose. Said lightly that it was over the next second. I opened my mouth wide. "Tenty fatty. Are you sure? Dream Eye's weakness is the head. You are not specifically targeting me. Are you?" Fatty's also puzzled. Qiao Yu was clearly hitting Nightmare's head. "I see. It's a human problem. It seems that you are not as good as Qiao Yu." Hearing the words, Ma Fei's entire self-esteem took a 10,000-ton critical hit, the injury of dignified violence. "Not as good as a necromancer, Ma Fei. Come back soon. This HP will die if you take a hit. The nurse wants to give you milk in time." The wheel-eye horse flies unmoved. Watch Dream Eye's attack. A powerful sword key burst out all over his body. Then he swung a few swords in an instant. Looking at the Dream Eye Astrat, "There are only 5 drops of blood left. I must prove that I am better than Qiao Yu. This last one will send you on your way." Ma Ding Dong's nightmare instantly shut down the next second. Ma Fei directly angered the damn Qiao Yu. "You steal my head," Qiao Yu said faintly. "Thank you for your hard work." Monitor. Watching the black market in his hands slowly dissipate. Sure enough. Still no. This time. The figure of the Taoist priest who shaped the nightmare came again. "Let's go inside now. I think I know how to clear the level, Qiao Yu. Tell me what is the method of customs clearance." "It doesn't matter. You'll know tomorrow." And then the next day, "You despicable outsiders, I didn't expect you." Worse. He killed another guardian spirit today. "No matter how clever you are, you will die. We can't let you destroy our nightmare village." Hearing this, Qiao Yu is indeed calm and composed. "Are you sure you are really the villagers here?" "Nonsense. We've lived here for generations. Don't procrastinate. You are dead today." Oh, hit a fish and sighed. "So far it's time to uncover the truth about Nightmare Village. There is only one truth." "What do you mean by that?" "What I want to say is you and your entire village. They are not the natives of Nightmare Village at all. You are just afraid of death and want to delay time." Smile slightly when you hear the words. After saying that, he took out the black shit on his body. The strong village chief was suddenly furious. When guarding, it is the supreme relic that protects the village. What holy shit. This is it. To create the illusion we live in Nightmare Village. After saying that, he smashed the black stone directly to the ground. As the black stone crumbles, suddenly in the air, slowly cracking apart at an invisible barrier, at the same time village chief clutched his head and screamed in pain. Memories of the past suddenly flooded into his mind. "Don't be afraid, we must have a way out. The system prompts players have discovered the core secrets of Nightmare Village. Thank you, classmate. It's time for us to go back subsequently." Qiao Yu and the others are also preparing to teleport back to the test platform. Waited for a long time but found no response. This is a sudden ding sound from the system. Congratulations to the player for destroying The principal outside the venue looked puzzled. Why haven't they come back? Could it be that the hidden mission of Dream Eye Village has been triggered? Middle school students are confused about this level 1 task. The system doesn't give any hints at all. This is what Qiao Yu suddenly seemed to realize. Seeing this, a student quickly asked, "Do you know how to do the mission? Brother Yu? Hurry up and bring everyone together. Get this great opportunity." It can be said that at this time a red claw suddenly appeared next second, after rescuing the adventurer. He rushed towards the few people. Seeing this, everyone was obviously confused. Qiao Yu stood there quietly. "Then we fought together. Mammy warrior mages do their part, and bet on the main output of Ma Fei. The long sword slashed down. A glimpse of power can be found. Only deals 10 damage to Nightmare." Looking at Lowly, the meat shield and the nurse have also become the endgame. The staff swung in front of the gun is the A huge hole appeared under his feet. A few unprepared people fell down immediately, just when several people were confused. How could there be such a strong stench here? The nanny of the line suddenly exclaimed, "Look what that is!" I saw a huge monster appeared in front of several people. It's obvious. That stench was coming from him. Open the panel and take a look. Ma Fei said awkwardly that since this is the case, then let him go. But Qiao Yu directly rejected it. With his current strength, he has achieved miracles. plus the attack bonus of the Skeleton King realm. Just one hit can take away 1/3 of his health. Here we go. As long as it can continue to cause damage to it, there is a chance to kill the Dream King, but as long as you make a mistake, you will be directly spiked. Although his attacks are high, but the defense is very low. A long attack is shorter than a long attack together. We may not have a chance you want. All you do is help me get the Nightmare King's attention. I promise to kill it. Therefore, everyone must cooperate seamlessly. Otherwise, the consequences will be unimaginable. Hearing Qiao Yu's plan, everyone agreed. Everyone's life is in your hands. If it really doesn't work, don't talk about it. Facing such a strong force, including Usty, here is no shame in running away Sujing for a moment. Qiao Yu flew to Mengi Wang alone first. As long as you don't attack him, he won't wake up. This first season is particularly important. We need to find the most vulnerable part of him. It's a beating heart. Caught Qiao Yu's attention. It seems that this place must be the most popular vulnerable part. After saying that, he waved the scepter in his hand fiercely, and at the same time activate the passive effect of the Skeleton King realm directly to Mengi Wang deals up to 508 critical damage Jiandama High, and the two opened their mouths in shock. This is the damage that mages can inflict, even high-level warriors. I'm afraid it can't be done either due to Zhou Yu's players' shat. He waved his huge claws and grabbed them at the few people sword-shaped Mafei Shugang, rushed up with a big sword in hand. Pei Wang's sword key attack only dealt 1 damage to the Dream King. Why did Qiao Yu make a stick? If you knock it down, it's 508 critical hits. I don't believe it today, even if it is scraping. It will scrape you to death. After a meal of jade plums to Mengi Wang caused a full to critical damage, even King Mengi couldn't stand this scene. If you think so much, King Spenny will fulfill you. The power of the contemporary 350 foot sword cannot be released. Why am I afraid of death? Bring it on. Then he called out to a few people. Do you really want to watch me die? Seeing that the claws launched by King Meng, you are about to attack fortunately. Nanny Chubby activated her skills in time. Shoot down the chest one side. The Dream King's claw stab attacks the wild backing fortunately. Jiachi Mafei, with a nanny, barely resisted Qiao Yu. Are you ready? I was about to die on the spot. As soon as the voice fell, Qiao Yan suddenly ejected and started qualify. His staff deals another 182 damage to the Mengai King. Warning. Due to the low health of the Mengai King. About to unleash Nightmare Realm. Seeing this, Qiao Yu looked confused. What is this? In an instant, it rushed towards several people. That is continuous range damage. Nanny. Add milk. Seeing this, Qiao Yu couldn't help but think of it. The previous village chief and those people should have fallen for this trick. That's why I immersed myself in the illusion for so long. You have to interrupt his skills. After saying that, it was a question, and it was smashed in the past. Seeing that King Mengi had only 128 drops of blood left, advise you girl, and then one takes off. I am going to smash Mengi Wang's dog head. King Mengi, you didn't my blink with Qiao Yu's staff, just crossed the investment of King Mengyan. This strike directly caused 128% damage. Congratulations to Qiao Yu player. Completes Mengyan's and Bohan kill, reward 30 free attribute points. Since Qiao Yu was killed by means of a flesh demon at the same time, the reward is 10 attribute points. And Qiao Yu's level has also jumped 2 levels in a row. Reward 10 free attribute points again. The system will issue rewards based on player ratings. We did it. I can't believe we did it. Naturally, also according to ratings, got the skill book of the relative occupation, Qiao Yu player rating level 1. Obtained B-level skill book Withering, although the skill book is temporarily unavailable, but fortunately, the Nightmare King exploded a mix immediate attack weapon. Dragon Sword, total increased attack power by 100, also ignores 30% armor sword key, damage increased by 20% professional warrior. Looking at the dragon breaking sword, Mafei's Hylazi are about to flow out. Qiao Yu looked disdainful. Mafei was dumbfounded on the spot. Immediately weapon hits. Give me this sword, even if you have money outside. You may not buy it all. You can easily change a house in Kyoto. It doesn't matter. You can play with it. After saying that, he looked for any other equipment. This garbage Nightmare King, I really only reported 1 piece seconds Meverty forged it. Let's take a look at your own attributes first. The power has indeed gone up, but 70 horsepower is too low. Like glass. It breaks when touched. Maperchage passive limitations can only crown strength attributes. It seems that we can only think of other ways to keep it a secret later. It has to be steady. Then the 5 were sent back to the academy. The monitor and Qiao Yu are finally back. Principal Civilization ran over immediately. You are finally back. What the hell is going on? Then Qiao Yu told the story again. After listening to Qiao Yu's story, the principal immediately smiled from ear to ear. Now I am finally proud. You fever definitely a boot. A student ran in a panic. President Waking. 2 universities in Kyoto have come, and they want to play with them by name. I haven't had time to report this yet. The director of the college is really well informed. It seems that before retirement can draw a perfect conclusion. Subsequently, 2 university representatives and the president exchanged pleasantries. These 5 it must be the class Memil. You just start robbing people. I am Mr. Peaks in Gopea from Waking University. Before enrollment, each student needs to do a corresponding ability test, and to collect your various data, does it meet the admission requirements? Verifying professional ability is not about exposing strength, but you have to enter Kyoto anyway. Looking for... not bad. Boy. Try to cut me with an arrow first. Teacher pay. Should you be careful? Say it. Activate the 1. Clicked format skill. He stabbed at teacher pay. This kid actually broke my defense with 1 arrow. Although he is a gun repair profession that is not good at defense, but after all, there is also a level 25 really good. The format of your move is very rare. A little face, breaking enemy attack skill. It can infinitely amplify the attack power of the interval. I hope you don't slack off. Be sure to keep working hard on the side of the day. Mr. Peng suddenly started. And not only that, judging by the speed at which you first saw, your agility should also be high, Cho, otherwise the attack will not be so high. When Yunpei Xingguo said without meditation such an excellent student must dig up the red subsequently, the two teachers simultaneously offered an olive branch to Mafe, but Mafe said that the teacher asked me to think about it first. Then it was Nanny Zhaoxiu's turn. This is also very good. As a therapist level 4 can release group It was Qiao Yu's turn to test level 7 Necromancer talent level unknown, but he is 2 levels higher than the other 4. It won't be because the talent level is too low, so I can't explain it. That being the case, then let's test it first to see the results. I'd like to see it. What summons can you release with this necromancy, i.e.? This person looks confused. What's going on here? Qiao Yu sent Teacher Pei, who was level 25, flying with one punch Teacher Peng on the side. What's the matter with you, Lao Pei? Even if I put water, I won't bring you like this. What kind of monster is this kid? One punch almost beat my heart attack. It seems that Lao Pei is not lying, fortunately. Accompany Xingguo to the test, otherwise you may lose face. It seems that this kid is the scariest of the 5. Subsequently, Qiao Yu directly stated that she chooses her own teacher. I am going to Kyoto University for warrior training. Professional classical Chinese. Teacher Peng was dumbfounded. Join a professional study other than your own occupation, unprecedented in the entire history of education. You must apply to the school first. Then Teacher Peng sat down with the principal about the situation. Principal Lion interrupted him directly. Teacher Peng, what nonsense are you talking about? It's true, Principal. He just bombed Mr. Pei of Whacking University. It doesn't feel like Mr. Peng is lying. But audience president still decided to come in person, so I turned on the transmission image. Invite classmate Qiao in person. I heard you are going to join us at Kyoto University. We welcome your Yen. Teacher Pei, who was by the side, was suddenly angry. Kyoto University is too much at this time. Qiao Yu suddenly asked Principal Chicken directly. Do you know my father? Qiao. You are the son of Qiao and Shiraishi. Difficult strange. There is a feeling of deja vu at first sight. Do you know where they are now? The chicken principal said that he had not seen it for more than 10 years. But one thing is for sure, your parents are amazing people, but since then it has been gone for more than 10 years now. It's pretty much doomed by now. I am afraid, and the one your parents went to before they disappeared, exclusive copy. You must go there in the future. There are things left by your parents. Later. In order to follow up the clues of the parents, Qiao Yu takes Xiao Pangskung come to a mysterious portal, drawing dungeons for 2 players. Congratulations to the 2 of you for getting an exclusive copy of Wangyu Cave Positive. When the NPC lady introduced the mission to the 2, Qiao Yu walked towards the dungeon without looking back. Seeing this, Xiao Peng immediately came forward to express, at least after listening to the mission introduction. Go in. Qiao Yu was puzzled that there were also mission prompts. Of course there is. Altar-wise, how did you clear the mission of Skull Cave? Could it be? It's really killing skeletons all the way to clear the level. Right? Brother Yu? You are so fierce. Then I learned through the introduction of PNEC Legend of Qian. There is an ancient evil tribe in the southeast. The people in the tribe are extremely violent, good at refining poisonous insects, able to attack the enemy unnoticed. The budget of the poison giant interface, toxic insects reproduce within them and devour flesh and blood. Just call me Chubby. The one next to Qiao Yu has to use her brain when she sees the door open. Fangzhen was ready to use violence, but for a long time. I used words. This door is actually immune to magic. I heard a certain Mayan. Qiao Yu walked directly over. The square on the side just indicated that he already knew the answer. Don't wait for him to finish. Qiao Yu directly performed a miracle with one move, broken the stone door. They both dare to be shocked. Isn't he a necromancer? Am I not here for the exclusive copy of the Mage? This fish hasn't forgotten to pretend. I just want to see if I can push it away. But I didn't expect to collapse as soon as I met him. After a while, another one appeared. And the surrounding ground is covered with red flowers. Be careful, don't touch it. But the voice just fell. I saw the little fat guys walking straight. You said it too late. Brother, you also found out at this time. I don't know when several people have been among the colleagues. This keeps bleeding. I can only barely hold on for half an hour. Damn. The health is still too low. I have to find a way to leave quickly. After saying that, they quickly ran towards the stone door. What are you aiming at? Decryption is troublesome for reasoning. No matter how late you are, once a miracle is performed vigorously, the stone door will be smashed to smithereens. Your father doesn't know this question. Is this guy really a necromancer? It looks better than a professional soldier. Just as they were discussing where to go next, a black loli suddenly appeared behind them. Hello, brothers and sisters. My name is Xiaodong. Where are you going? But then he opened his mouth wide. It seems that you have... Not the all-poison cave. I had no choice but to follow him. Then he followed the black loli to the village. The black loli hurriedly went to the black lady, explained the situation of several people. Soon after, the black lady carried a few bowls of steaming 5 poisons. The soup came over. Chubby classmate, your body is relatively strong. Why don't you drink it first? Hearing the words, Xiao Peng directly refused. But Qiao Yu doesn't care so much. I am bored in one bite. Just finished. He found that the poison state on his body disappeared immediately. See everyone alone. Madame Black hurriedly urged them to leave quickly. Wanling Cave does not welcome outsiders. Hearing the words, A black loli turned around and said to someone, "Home just finished detoxification. You are going to drive people away. Don't worry. Don't listen to my mom's nonsense. You stay here tonight hearing this." Qiao Yu didn't think much of it. This will really not be in good condition. But I always feel that something is wrong with the black loli family brothers. Then you have a good rest first, said Dad. Shut the door, Mom and Dad. Let's go. Tonight is a full moon night. It's about to begin. Xiaodong took his parents to the depths of the woods, and there are a lot of villagers around. But here is the weird thing. Xiaodong's height seems to have increased a lot, and in front of him is a dry well. Then he began to chant the great swarm, "Please protect us from the good weather in Wanling Cave." The difficulty of Xiaodong, who has become the eldest daughter of yellow flowers, found the existence of several people. These little mice still want to make this. Seeing this, Xiaodong hooked the lower board, said to the big man beside him with an enchanting face, "Cancer goes to play with those exotic little mice. Remember, don't mess it up. I want to live." The Qiao Yu and the others have also returned to the house. What's next? Look at the villagers' devotion to bugs. If they knew, we're here to exterminate insects. I guess we'll all be caught feeding the bugs later. Just then I kept thinking of strange killing outside the house. Fang Yuan immediately released the fire festival realm, protected a few people. Qiao Yu and his staff smashed towards the heavy patrol because the scorpion's strength is too weak. Therefore, the attribute point cannot be obtained. Altar-wise, Qiao Yu will kill directly. Little Fatty immediately released the killing soil binding skill. This was followed by a season of geopolitics. The surrounding scorpions were instantly blown up, leaving no residue left. Wrong, since Xiaopang has learned to combo. And Chubby said don't mention it. I almost lost the basket because of this. Then a figure suddenly appeared. You guys are so brave. The big man Cancer spoke ruthlessly. As soon as he arrived, I just wanted to teach you a lesson. But you actually used witchcraft slaughter my children. You have to be responsible for what you do. Suffering a lot is the pain of the heart to die in the blink of an eye. Xiaopang will recall the past with a shot of the underground violence technique. One operation is as fierce as a tiger. Look at injury 25. It's really overkill. Trying to hurt me with this little trick. You are so childish. Because the PNCCs in Lee's world, completely different from monsters. Without injury attributes are hidden. Seeing the attribute in Salmon and the two directly opened their mouths wide. If you pull out any attribute, you can't catch up with the boss. Entwine is not a task for beginners at all. Even Qiao Yu seemed to feel that something was wrong. Is there anything special about this exclusive copy? Anyway, go to the coach first. This Cancer. After saying that, he waved his fists and shot at the Cancer overreaching kid. Just you Nicey's fierce little fist also dares to rush over. You are so boring I can hit 10 Cancer casually. Pronunciation just fell. He was punched and sent flying by Joe Donkey. A total of 121 blood points were lost. Mere humans are also hurt. It seems that I still underestimate you. Blow. He launched the operation on the body. A strong evil force erupted. How can I play with this special meow? Instant defense has been increased several times. You can't break my defenses. Don't say I didn't give you a chance, boy. I'll take such a handful today. Qiao Yu was watching coldly from the side. If that's the case, then I won't pretend showdown. Actually, I'm a violent mage and he's headed for the Cancer. The Cancer that was directly smashed fell to the ground with a bruised nose and a swollen face. Health point only 23 years left. How dare a small NPC install X in front of me? Seeing this, everyone immediately broke into a cold sweat. What a terrifying violent mage. Tell me the truth next. What sacrifice did you just do? And who is the leading woman? Hearing the words, that's the reverence the team leader took us to hold, due to the contract signed between Wandu Cave and Changgu. Every full moon must be trapped with blood. I'll smash the Cancer into the ground in the next second. Killing NPC Cancer reward cross has attribute points. Congratulations. Kill Lee's first NPC in the world through hand-to-hand combat reward 1. Time as level prop Sage Asilim. Isn't that the same as having a gold medal to avoid death? I didn't expect this little NPC can burst such a... Several people were discussing, can't you just rely on the output of a fish? Just one villager is so difficult to deal with. If the team leader comes, he won't kill us all. Hey, the single pet mission only needs to destroy all single pets. Instead of going head-to-head with the villagers of Wandu Cave, before I find out, just blow up that dry well. After investigation, there were no other villagers around the well. But when a few people arrived at the dry well, they took a look. It was the thief's parents lying on the ground. They even went to their own people. It seems that the villagers here are not all bad. No wonder the attitude of the two at that time was strange now. The important thing is to destroy this dry well first, then release various skills at the wellhead. Not only did it suddenly become a sea of fire poirier. Hearing this, Qiao Yu asked him angrily, "Why are you stupid? Even your own people and parents." At this time, Xiaodong suddenly looked at Yiming. How about parents? They're just a disobedient losers. Thing to hear this encounter, the eyes suddenly become clever. What about the parents? Xiaodong said. Parents are just too disobedient trash. You are going to see them soon anyway. The voice just fell. I saw countless groups appear out of thin air. Then he swooped towards Qiao Yu. So several people quickly launched a play skill. Xiao Yu, we will help you in the next second. An attack hit a few people. Apply for a bunch of scum. Don't bother. I am your opponent. Due to too many heavy groups, a fish has no time to deal with it. If you keep entangling like this, there is only one dead end. If you increase the agility defense to 166, the predicament in front of you can be broken with a lift of the hand. There is still a Sage Asylum that can be resurrected once. That being the case, the big deal is fish die, and the net is broken. The so-called catch the thief first catch the king, as long as you kill Zondong. These poisonous insects are self-defeating. See, Zondong laughed at Big Brother. You finally figured it out. Are you going to sacrifice yourself to be food for the swarm? But the next second, Zondong suddenly widened his eyes. George launched a punch frozen through his body. But strangely, Zondong didn't panic. The wound and broken arm are healing rapidly. Big Brother. This is a female force. Xiaodong at this time. Only then did the fish realize that something seemed wrong with Zondong. Why is he rated rare? But his various attributes have not yet been reported. This setting is obviously unreasonable. At this time, the severed arm of Zondong returned to its original state. The person you hit hurts so much. Moment to talk, his agility suddenly increased by 80 people. When they saw this, Qiao Yu can't help but get the Book of Changes in the next second. The first attack of the tour to the east came in an instant. Qiao Yu is a dodge, but the speed of the explosion in Hendong Qiao Yu couldn't react at all in the blink of an eye. His knife directly froze through Qiao Yu's chest. Qiao Yu instantly spat out a mouthful of old blood. He can't react to the speed of this surge. Wait until you die. Zhao Pang immediately exclaimed, brother, you hold on. But I am not finished yet. The reckless asking stick smashed down. I told you earlier that your opponent Tismi can't take care of themselves. It still needs to be updated. Hearing the words, Zhao Pang did not respond. Instead, he directly launched the killing spell. The status quo is crazy and reckless with disdain. Do you think your moves will work for me? Chubby, your attacks are tickling for me. After saying that, he will wave his weapon and launch an attack. But then I found myself unable to move at all. It turns out that this time the killing soil bondage turned out to be red. Chubby doesn't have that much nonsense time to count. He sent Kwang Mang to the road of learning from the west. Since Chubby used to burn fat, the state not only increases the mental strength, and he turned into... And the fat all over my body burned out. And now the mental attribute has nearly 300 points, this property equivalent to the mental strength of an intermediate mage. After saying that, grab the patrol, Chubby. Don't hesitate. Immediately report the number and solve the problem together with me and Zundong. When Yun Xiaopang directly calls out that you will die too. Don't talk nonsense. Let you do it, I will not. To hearing this, the little fat bit him, launched the boss without hesitation. Let's die with Big Brother. Hearing this, Zindong looked terrified. You lunatic, let go of me. A lifetime of working on the line. The violent explosion instantly drowned the two of them. At this time, Xiaopang hoped from the bottom of his heart that Qiao Yu was fine. Detected lethal damage to host S-level props and sages will not be punished. It is detected that Qiao Yu has the courage to live to death. Rewards and passive skills. Every 50 extra sick value increases player's strength by 1 point. Each one strength attribute adds 10 health points to the pro. Xiaopang also had a face. He ran over in confusion. 300 mental power carry, causing a little damage to Qiao Yu. Qiao Yu explained, that's because of the one-time resurrection item. But he did not receive the prompt that the patrol was killed. That means he seems to be still alive. Just then, the action slowly came out of the smoke. Congratulations. We'll have the opportunity to appreciate my true appearance. After saying that, he turned into a monster with a human face and bead body. Its terrifying genus sex and skills are incredibly powerful. Give him another base to count. When Yun Xiaopang indicates that it cannot be used in its current state, then the system suddenly issues a warning. The unknown power of the boss of the Wandu cave has been strengthened and Xiaopang advised Qiao Yu to run quickly. Can't beat at all. But she was directly rejected by Qiao Yu. If you leave, what about the exclusive copy? This is the system continuing to prompt. Since the player did not defeat this, please leave immediately and reopen the exclusive dungeon. Are you kidding? It's time for me to leave the copy. I don't care what you are. You have to die today, stupid human. Do you think you can break my body? Today. I have to be a widow. You don't have Coco education, I don't care. Pick up a fist, just go to the strengthened patrol Dongfa. But after playing for a long time, I found that am I exploding or is he exploding? I lost so much blood and didn't die. How can a level 8 player do more damage than me? It's not scientific. How powerful is he? A mage, how is it possible to have such great power? Then Qiao Yu and so on, are you from Shirazawa? It shouldn't be wrong. Only Baizi would create a relationship like Qiao Yu Aiwile. He smashed the staff, the life of divorce. This radical directly hit to 13 critical damage, to the death of Zendong. I don't want to believe your last name is Zhou. Could it be that lord? But why did he kill me? Why is that? The player Qiao Yu was detected and solved through hand-to-hand combat. Reward 15 free attribute points. Congratulations to the player for successfully leveling up. Reward 5 free attribute points. Original just after Qiao Yu Gong cleared the Wandu Library. 20% increase in your mental strength. Seeing this reward, Xiaopang looked excited. A full 20% is too little. But Qiao Yu was confused for him. An undead with 0 mental power for the mage. This reward is equivalent to nothing at all. Linju copy Fanjawan and several people expressed their gratitude to Qiao Yu. After learning that Qiao Yu, after the two of them were sent to Kyoto University Circle representation, I must also be admitted to Kyoto University. Just after a few people leave the clique. There is no sense of security in the inner world at all, by the way. Since we have all sent Kyoto, do you still want to participate in this year's world exam? Starting a new year. The most important day is the brain and the big test. It means that there will be a group of geniuses emerging from the sky. Students who are recommended will also take the big test. They have only one goal, that's the big test. Not only fame and fortune do. He arrived in front of Qiao Yu. What's the matter with you two? While speaking, The day of detecting character attributes has begun. The visitors are to level 16 and 18 assassins. Are you Qiao Yu? Killed the Necromancer Wenyan of the 10,000 Poison Cave. What the Dying Master said isn't this by Z alone? But a mysterious organization, but because it was already crazy at that time, you should have asked on the spot. It's a bit tricky to face 2 high-level assassins. So he lied about his name being Mafei Wenyan. The assassin code, named 9527, scratched his head. Sorry, we got the wrong person. But the voice just fell. He was heavily slapped by the assassin code named 7438. Is it stupid? You believe everything this kid says. Stop dawdling. If he's a mage, take him back directly. It's easy to talk. The figures of the 2 suddenly disappeared. Facing the siege of 2 assassins, Qiao Yu didn't move, in the blink of an eye. The 2 pounced directly in the air. Let's just say that the assassin is the father of the mage. He must be lying to us if he doesn't hide. But who would have thought Joe had come up behind him? The 2 women sent 9,527 flying with 1 punch, looking at 95,277,438 hanging on them. I was dumbfounded, got hit twice by us and it's like nothing happened. And 1 punch will destroy 9,527, such terrifying explosive power. It seems that he is really not a mage. Qiao Yu randomly turns around, look coldly at 7,438. Do you still want to call? No more? No more? Do you not know each other without fighting? Mafei? We have no ill will. I got the wrong person. Sorry. I am just a small one in the main governance, ranking 7438. That's it for the Minions episode 18 of Assassins. You can only shoot 7,000 kilometers in Shirazawa. Of course we have to let them go. Alter-wise. There will soon be greater revenge. If that's the case, then so be it. I hope you find that Qiao Yu soon. If you need anything, just ask me. Mafei, a mythical beast in the myths and legends of Baizi. He knows the names of all the ghosts in the world, appearance and exorcised spells, so it was regarded as a god of exorcism for a long time. Beasts and auspiciousness come to attack. What kind of organization is this Baizi? His identity will be exposed sooner or later. It seems that this family can no longer stay with his current strength. It is impossible to be as mysterious as Baizi Pangrandawu. The only option is to take the big test, even an organization like Shirazawa. I don't dare to attack the candidates during the big exam. It's a matter of risking the worlds instead. It will be safe to go to Kyoto University. The principal is the #1 sword brother in the world, known as the sword god of Pingyang. If Kyoto University is not safe, there is no safe place in this world. Then take out the magic reported by the patrol. What the hell is this? That's what makes exclusive copies special. Is this what they left me? How would they know? I will definitely clear this copy. How can you leave something in the copy? He was knocked to the ground by a big man. See, I am sorry. Before the old man trembled. I am sorry. Did you do it on purpose? You can hit people all the way. Must lose money. Otherwise don't leave today. And Qiao Yu, I am also watching every move on the field. As he spoke, he lifted the black-haired old man up. I found that the old man didn't have a dime on him. At the same time, Qiao Yu really can't stand it. Is there any law? Is there any law? In broad daylight you actually robbed an old man. For the 3 good young people of the new century. How can I watch this happen? Love happens in front of me hearing the words. The big man looked disdainful. Brat. Do you want to pay for the old man? If not, since the golden arch is so, any evil will eventually be brought to justice after all. Blow up the whole family. After smashing the work, it hit the chest of the big man. In the blink of an eye. A big man. It was smashed and flew 108,000 miles away. Random turned to look at the yellow hair on the side. Why don't you try it too? Hearing the words, yellow hair yelled again and again that it was our fault. You just let us go as a fart. Don't be an example. Get out now. Seeing this, the 2 disappeared with a whoosh. The black-haired old man thought Qiao Yu was also a robber, so he took out all the money and quickly handed it to Qiao Yu. Grandpa. You misunderstood. I am a born and bred 3 good young man. Don't compare me to those gangsters. The old man reacted. But I have nothing left for a bad old man. When Yun Qiao said that he doesn't need any return. Grandpa, can you tell me, how can I find the Lord of the Mechanical City? Hearing the words, the black-haired old man looked surprised. What are you doing with him? Qiao Yu immediately explained to the old man. Then the old man stroked his stubble. The other thing is that the old man may not be of much help. But there is a way for you to meet the City Lord. Let's go, lad. I can only guarantee that you will meet the City Lord. But I want to get the help of the City Lord. You are on your own, don't worry. Grandpa. In fact, what the old man did not know was just now. Qiao Yu only used 1 success force. The 2 who were beaten in the distance looked at everything on the field. But you said, can the City Lord find the person he is looking for this time? Yes. But the strength of the teenager just now is by far the strongest player I have ever seen. Some countries make hornbrits. Tomorrow it was the academic seminar held by Professor Huajin. No matter what method is used this time to call me, don't worry. My lord, I have everything arranged. Take a closer look. Iles Brits is a humanoid machine. At this time, Qiao Yu and the 2 have arrived at a magnificent building museum. Young man, the City Lord you are looking for is inside. But Qiao Yu was puzzled. This is the castle of the City Lord across armies. Why can this old man be unimpeded on this way? But then I found out, the old man's life is long gone by his side. No matter what. Now the first thing is to find the City Lord. Let's talk about getting the Windbreaker. Just pay it back. Pushed away the Castle Lord. The 3 people I saw in front of me. It really made Qiao Yu look confused. The good man above the hall is the black-haired old man. And the 2 burly men before robust Qiao Yu looks puzzled. I am the picture scroll of the city lord of the mechanical city, and they both the two most powerful guards of my mechanical city. Are you confused? Why are we putting on this bitter trick? Because I am looking for humans far more powerful than my guards, and that person is no one else. It's you, Qiao Yu. Now I will talk to you about the conditions. Don't you want to get the matter you ate? Qiao Yu took it in a blink of an eye. It was the second god. The old black-haired man is speaking on the podium at this time. We live in a highly developed civilization. Nature uses all its resources, supports human survival. But until now artificial, the complexity of the system can also be related to living organisms comparable. How many things are there in life? It's transforme or... The glass of the ceiling burst once the figure appears at the seminar. Inquire flesh is weak. Professor of mechanical eternal bacteria. Abandon the fragile human skin. Enter into the arms of our machinery. Blitz sneaks into Professor Huijin's seminar. All personnel, please be aware of the robot intrusion. Please protect Professor Huijin's safety immediately. Get out. This is not the place for you robots. But as soon as the voice fell, Blitz suddenly disappeared next second with a fierce punch. The yellow-haired guard was directly smashed into the air. People shoot around in the blink of an eye. It sent the surrounding guards flying around. Hey. Stupid human, this is my exclusive driving. It seems that he really doesn't take my fish seriously as he said that. He was ready to go forward and take on the robot, but it was stopped by the painting army. I went with them to the mechanics union. I am betting everything on you. Did you see Qiao Yu? That's the power of retrofitting. I have the strongest body. This is a sunspot suddenly appearing in the sky above the hall. Come with me. Professor Huijin, the person who came was the mechanical city Lord Mond, tell you to stop immediately. And I'll go with you. After saying that, he tied up the Professor of Huijin. Wouldn't it be better to lose it earlier? Brits? Let's go. But Brit said I want to play with these humans again. So Mond left first. The hairy robot. The kind you say you have the strongest body. We can't ignorant humans. You can't understand. The charm and power of mechanical transformation. But Qiao Yu said, are you finished? Kid, don't you want to join the glorious evolution? Only 194 people were left with blood. Blitz's eyes widened in an instant. How is that possible? But Qiao Yu wouldn't care so much. Sorry about what you said in my eyes. It's just vulnerable. Brits called it impossible. A human. One punch can penetrate my biological body. How is it done? Eloquent expression. I just threw a punch. Forget it. I am not pretending. I am having a showdown in fact. I am the desolate decree of the human race. Then he stomped Blitz to the ground with a fierce kick. Cut the crap. If you don't want me to take it apart, just take off. Let me go to some machine country. It seems that the Chinese army city lord was deliberately arrested. He wants me to go to the mechanical country and destroy the mechanical heart. Don't worry. City lord, I will definitely complete this task. Gister, this kid has such terrifying strength. Why did you let Lord Mon take it away just now? Professor Huajun, we must remove this famine. Report the news of the ancient holy body to Lord Mond. It will arrive in mechanical Bodu in a while. He was interrupted by Professor Huajun. I will not betray humanity even if I die. Join you in mechanical combat, Professor. Don't be in a hurry to refuse. Please take a look at this first. Greeted. It's a giant mechanical heart. As you can see, this machine is actually biologizing. You could say that biology is engineering. Before the smoke. This heart with biological skills. It's a combination of human spirituality and mechanical strength. It's not appropriate to call it a robot. I prefer to call it a flying beast. Flesh bitter meat. Mechanical ascent. Professor Huijin, please join the glorious evolution together. Professor Huijin directly refused without thinking as humans. I would rather be the lackeys of robots. It's not an exaggeration to call this kind of person human. An insult to Professor Huajinmon didn't lie. Professor, please command see this again. I saw the mechanical heart sticking out of the root of the tree. The animals soon froze through these human bodies. Then the control directly stirred to pieces. Finally, devour the corpse and flesh. At the same time, Qiao Yu has arrived at the machinery hall. A group of robots also noticed his arrival. If you find an intruder, please come to support immediately in the blink of an eye. This group of mechanical water levels was blasted into parts by Qiao Yu, and also gained a lot of free attribute points. Now this is interesting. Unexpectedly, hunting robots also have attribute point rewards. Who else? I want to call Tenno. Look at the tragedy in front of you, Professor Huajin said angrily. You are nothing but animals. But man, said the professor, no matter how angry you are, can't solve the root problem. This mechanical heart is named him. He was a failure. It's just our original intention. I want robots to grow organically. The result is, as you can see, Axue. You can also choose to turn a blind eye. But the prices? And people continue to die every day. Professor Yanquagan's breath. Qiao Yu, now it looks like it's all up to you. Just then, is it not good for the robot to come down and report the cultural revolution? A human's ancient holy ladder came to the door. It's Brits, the desolate Eucharist mentioned in the message. But Bying just fell off the wall. It was directly frozen through by an axe. Hello. Lord Chengd, I am the desolation you speak of, Eucharist. Peace. Qiao Yu was relieved to see Professor Qiao Yu Wujin City. Lord Mond looked at Qiao Yu. This should be Brits, the human antiquity. Eucharist mentioned in the mouth. It would be even better if he could be wiped out. Welcome to the mechanical world. Qiao Yu asked, is it embarrassing to be planted in the hands of the Barren Valley? Are you going to avenge him? This Qiao Yu speaks so puzzled. Two mechanical guards Wushit attacked. Qiao Yu newspaper office. Facing two menacing attacks. Qiao Yu smiled slightly. I laughed at Bai Song's experience. Two mechanical guards were directly killed. The mechanical city lord saw this mortal body, more powerful than the mechanical warriors transformed by the queen. If he can be mechanically modified, what kind of monster would that create? That must be the nightmare of every warrior in the world. At the same time, the former military professor praised Qiao Yu's perform and Nedi. Look over there, this is the mechanical heart I want you to destroy Varta, but because of the long-term feeding of human flesh and blood, this mechanical heart seems to be waking up at any time. Please destroy him as soon as possible, or more people will die, but the city lord Mundo is thinking about how to win over Qiao Yu over. Qiao Yu slowly approached Marta. Then a flying alarm in the blink of an eye. He was in front of Marta. Seeing Qiao Yu's actions, Mond immediately shouted for assistance, but at this time, Qiao Yu only had one goal in mind, the mechanical heart must be destroyed. But Mond could only try to block it, but Qiao Yu just glanced at him. Since you care so much about this iron lump, then I will dismantle you together at this point. The machine intelligence is in a dangerous trend. The police officer fled immediately, but how could Pender's reaction be on par with Qiao Yu's? In the blink of an eye, he was blasted out by Qiao Yu. I barely stopped until I hit the wall. The battered Mond is angry. Qiao Yu is far stronger than he imagined. This made him even more determined to carry out mechanical transformation of Qiao Yu. Qiao Yu came to Talma again in a flash. It's time to end with the continuous bombardment of the host. Soon Marta was smashed to pieces. The blood fell like a heavy rain, seeing his heart destroyed. Mond instantly filled up. Damn, you know how much hope he holds for our robots. And Qiao Yu looked at the blood scattered in her hands. I can't imagine how much you gave him for obviously human, but willing to be a puppet of robots. After speaking, look at Xiao Wang steadily. Don't worry. It's your turn next. Mond gestures and so on. Don't you want to have a stronger body? I admit that your barren body is very powerful, but it's nothing compared to Her Majesty the Queen. Although you destroyed Marta, but His Majesty did not blame instead. It gives you a chance to reform. If you come with me now to meet His Majesty and join the robot, perhaps the Queen will absolve you of your sins. Heard this, Qiao Yu looked puzzled. The Lord of the Mechanical Kingdom is not Mond. I'd like to see what he sells in the Gourdsea. The Huijun professor on the side hurriedly stopped. Don't worry. I am not interested in this mechanical ascent at all. I only believe in my own body. But Mond's eyes were confident. After you see the strength of the Queen, maybe you don't think so. The Lord of Lao Mondo will lead the way. I really want to meet your machinery Queen of the Kingdom. Then he followed Mondo to the interior of the machine country. But when Qiao Yu wasn't paying attention to a robot capable of mechanically modifying the human body, mechanical bug, Qiao Yu has already discovered the existence of mechanical flying insects, and Mond still fantasizes about the successful parasitism of flying insects. Her Majesty the Queen will surely reward, just as the mechanical flying insect is about to put the catheter. It was sent flying. But Mond is still steady and affectionate, as expected of a level 15 pen PC. Sure enough, Mond was furious. Don't you want to see Her Majesty the Queen? Qiao Yu smiled coldly. If you are right, your queen is nearby. Then to here is no need for you to exist. Most people are not afraid to reward their tongues. It's the same for handing you over to Her Majesty the Queen. Anyway, His Majesty will reshape the mechanical body for you. Give up. The huge mechanical fist is about to hit Qiao Yu. Give me a shot at mechanical supremacy. Knocked to 33 damage by Qiao Yufon, to show that you didn't eat curse the city lord of Mondmond. On the other hand, has an unknowable look on his face. How could the Eucharist of Optics Valley be so powerful? A single blow to my right won't hurt me in the slightest. This is Qiao Yu, and he ripped off Mond's arm. I forgot. You really don't need to eat this pile of scrap metal. Another punch for hair loss dealt 240 damage to it, watching myself being disassembled into Pava. Let me go. But Joe ignored it and raised his head abruptly the next second. It smashed Moon's head to smithereens. He smashed directly into the wall behind him. When the smoke clears, Mondo in mechanical form travels slowly. I have to admit that Xiao Chaoni on before next. I will give you enough respect. Your robot is so ugly. Even if I die, I will not choose mechanical ascension in that case. Then you will deform me. Desolate Eucharist. And Qiao Yu also chose to take it seriously. Then that's my strongest blow, normal punch. After a violent explosion, City Lord Mondo has several parts dismantled. Congratulations on solving. Pensi Simond by hand. Obtain error. Free attributes. Congratulations on your successful upgrade and revoir. I wouldn't have removed Mond. This place goes. Who do you want the password from? But just as Qiao Yuji scratched his head and rolled his eyes, a petite young black silk boy was sitting inside. The girl seemed to have some doubts according to previous experience. Killing Nando is considered a complete mission. Why would a human come to him this time? I tried many times and she couldn't help but wonder. Human martial arts. It's the humans imprisoned here by Mond. Or rather, he went up and asked tentatively, Miss, why are you here? The girl doesn't think about it. It seems that this human, it's that weird guy outside. Miss, can you speak? What's your name? The black silk girl replied calmly, Mechanical Queen. No matter how clever you want to break your head, you won't think about it. This petite girl lowly in front of me, how can it not be associated with the Mechanical Queen? But the immediate attribute panel and powerful skills, but you can't fool yourself. Qiao Yu looked at the Mechanical Queen that actually takes into account the properties of the pervert shit. This is 100,000 history. Anyone who is an NPC can go to an episode of the replica to be the boss. It is estimated that in the blink of an eye, you can turn yourself into scum in seconds. So Qiao Yu waved at the Mechanical Queen and said, sorry for the offense and going the wrong way. Just as Qiao Yu was about to turn around and leave, nowhere tentacles burst out of the Mechanical Queen's body. The fish is firmly tied up. Homeopathy pulled it to his side. Then he slowly extended his right hand. Qiao Yu pressed such a powerful force. There is no pain of breaking free at all. Qiao Yu's forehead tapped lightly. It seems to be reading in Qiao Yu's mind. All of Qiao Yu's experiences from childhood to adulthood. In the queen's mind, is this the outside world? The mechanical queen has always known. The world you live in is not the real world. It's a virtual world called a replica Qiao. Right? Just stay in this room forever. To avoid the reset of the copy. I can't remember how many times it has been reset. But only this man came to him. Therefore, the queen, no matter what, will not give up this hard-won opportunity. Qiao Yu asked that you picked us up just now. Memory and king representation are not just for reading, it's you and I giving it back to each other. No wonder he has an earth-level dungeon. Contains such a high level and attributes. Qiao Yu guessed what the queen was thinking. So I asked tentatively, do you want to go out? If that's the case, you might as well kill me. I am a level 11 scumbag. Can't fight the rules of your world at all, Empress. Daeon expressed the inconvenience. Saying that, he slowly stretched out his right hand, then insert your fingers into your chest. Immediately, the blood in the body sputtered out. See, the book of changes in Qiao Yu's heart is fierce. What are you doing? Next second, the heart of the mechanical queen appeared in his hands. We can make good use of the rules of your world. As long as we can get this mechanical heart out, he will gradually grow into another, and I am like a doppelganger. You can feel what's happening outside. But Qiao Yu, you are not afraid that I will go out to defend, but unexpectedly, the mechanical queen seemed extremely calm first. On you, I didn't find any memory of a broken promise. Secondly, I just wanted to see the outside world with your own eyes in the blink of an eye. Qiao Yu was extremely shocked. NPCs give birth to self. Will Li Shigi also tried to escape from the creator, then the queen immediately asked, have you considered it? Qiao Yu is helpless. Qiao Yu waved her hand. Except to promise you I don't seem to have any other choice. Hear this answer. The mechanical queen smiled slightly. Then you can go. Congrats to Qiao Yu. The player successfully conquered the mechanical kingdom dungeon. The system will issue rewards based on player ratings. Experience plus 50 free attribute I mask and obtain B-level skillbook setting C straight. I am still a necromancer. Why would they leave me with such a weapon? It can be said that at this time, the principal suddenly pushed the door open. You are back. Hurry up and take the test. Otherwise, you will miss the boss. Damn it. I almost forgot something so important. At the same time, the exam room time is almost up. Examiner. What are you waiting for? At this time, Zhao Peng suddenly motioned for the examiner to wait for me. Our people haven't arrived yet. The blue cat of the First Academy of Classical Chinese looked disdainful. Your temple is full of stinky fish and rotten shrimp. Seeing this, Zhao Peng looked angry and had the ability to say it again. What if I say it 100 times? The results are the same whether you take the test or not. Our hospital has won the top spot in this year's big test. I guess your classmate was scared to death. Dare not come the provocation against the cat blocking students in the hospital. Qiao Yu appeared in time. Your father is back just now. The blue hair completely angered the little fat. Just you rubbish. My brother fish is a group. Oops. Then you can ask your fish brother to come and try it. The nurse and the meat shield are still confused. Why hasn't this fish come yet? This is Mafesa Dunley standing up. The undefeated myth of the hospital will be ended by me. And you will be my losers. The damn fish hasn't come yet. The brain can't hold it. This is Qiao Yu hurrying to the assessment hall. You will be disqualified. Qiao Yu, if you don't come again, you really don't have a chance. But then I came, everyone's hanging hearts are also relieved, Dad. I made it back seeing this. Students from other colleges were immediately angry. Just like that, it made us wait so long. When Yun Xiaopang glared at the other party, if you have the kind, tell me again. What can you say? I'll beat you guys home first, then slowly take a big bite and kill it. Qiao Yu asked where these idiots came from, come out without the chubby answer. The blue cat became angry. Brat, I am too lazy to argue with you. At that time, you must not fall into the hands of Lao Tzu in the ring. Qiao Yu smiled stupidly. I hope you can be tough then. Qiao Yu, will win the top spot in this big test this year. As soon as this statement comes out, blue hair directly reports to the mother. Brat, you are courting death suddenly. The young man in black reminded him to shut up. Our goal is to take the big test. If you are rushing for extra branches, I am not finished yet. Blue hair recognized Tuesday Gusu again and again. I was wrong. Qiao Yu and the others were also casual. Or is the young man in black suitable for identity? I am the examiner. This time I won't say much about the rules of the offensive competition. This test adopts the points elimination system. Win a round plus 2 points. If you lose, you will deduct 1 point. Again an extra point to the winning streak, additional points for losing streak. After 10 rounds, the 10 students with the highest points take the ring to compete for first place. I hope everyone gets a good grade in the exam. I announced the official start of the 3080 Sioux City exam. Suddenly there was a tsunami of cheering not die. This means that Qiao Yu can shoot unscrupulously, ranked first in last year's test. Longshang is also discussing. It looks like this year's big test champion. It must be our first college. It just so happened that Qiao Yu met the blue cat in the first game. Long mission. Qiao Yu did not speak. He stood still. The impatient blue cat spoke first. I didn't expia. You are looking for death. Don't call my name like that. The examiner asked if the two were ready. The two of them. Say okay. So let's both introduce ourselves first. When Yan and the two looked confused. May I ask the examiner if we can start the fight directly? Dragon Destroyer level 9 Apprentice Thunder Mage. Joe leaves the street at level 11. Wizard Wang Ming heard that You can start after the introduction. The voice just fell. Long Mission's whole body rang like thunder. What about going out? Thunder play magic Young King Spirit Department. After saying that, directly release the Thunder Evil Realm. The violent lightning energy around him is wantonly activated, the only necromancer with a hidden profession in suspension. Here is nothing wrong with taking root injuries in jungling, but the opposite is true. The examiner pulled me on the spot to do a doping test. Even the other principal can't stand it. I endured Tianlai in the flesh. The expert finger tiger reluctantly said the past Tammany Hall is called the Necromancer. Just because of the tons of violence, make me use my fist to attack the rescue gang. After Dang Dang Longjishan released the Thunder Magnet EE, Lei Mission opened his mouth. Let me see the strength of your Necromancer. But even now Joe, you also did not take out the reflection that symbolizes the Necromancer at this time. The principal of the first hospital suddenly opened his mouth to learn from the old ghost. You Necromancer, isn't he going to do it? This child is not too late. The Great Thunder Department is the existence of the Zakat Necromancy Department. If he doesn't summon the undead, you are going to lose. But Principal Zhu on the side is as steady as a tiger. Jamei, continue to walk within the thunder magnetic field. Even Qiao Yu has started to bleed, but it still can't stop his footprints. This Shilei mission was obviously panicked. I thought to myself, what the hell is this guy? He actually carried the damage of the lightning magnetic field. Necromancers are not recognized blood drops drip occupation? What's wrong with this guy? The audience on the field also pounced on the spot battle between mages. Shouldn't it be a spell pair? What the hell is this guy doing? I saw that Qiao Yu slowly brought the mechanical fire Raya. The movements under his feet suddenly became rapid. Let's take you to try this new pro play. Mission's eyes were also full of horror. What is this necromancer up to? The next second he finally knew. It turns out that what this necromancer wants is to be close to himself. Meet Demon Alert. He was sent hundreds of meters away with one punch. His HP is only what it takes. The hospital director grabbed Zoo School unification. Learn from the old ghost's physical body to resist the sky. Lei Warren Pulse took out a paper-bone old butterfly. But this kid dealt more than 1,000 damage in one punch. You call this the necromancer, Wen Yonzu? The teacher grinned as a necromancer. Qiao Yu started practicing martial arts after giving birth. Okay? Reasonable. You deadhead. Longshang on the stand smiled faintly. The body of a necromancer is so terrifying. How powerful would it be if you cast a spell? This is an exciting opponent. This is a subordinate who came to report to Master Gu in a panic. Lanji Shunbo. And that guy only used one punch. He knows that Qiao Yu has some strength, so he ordered his sub. A group of people walked towards Qiao Yu and motioned for Qiao Yu to go with them. It turned out that Qiao Yu's performance was to Cottager Gushao specially arranged for his subordinates to report Qiao Yu for cheating. As soon as this statement comes out, Qiao Yu reported on the spot. Because of my excellent performance, I need a urine test. Is there any royal law? Is there The life of a genius is always marked by doubt. The detection can be completed and no data has been found. But the examiner still insists that Qiao Yu wait another year. The second test still found no abnormal data. The examiner motioned the assistant to check it. Is it a problem with the detection door? After an open inspection, the assistant said that there is no problem with the detection door, so this kid is really purely relying on more than 1,000 Boji BAG. Send him back to take the big test. And there is not much time left until the second game. When the time comes, if he still doesn't show up, the examiner will betray you on the spot. The audience at this time is also talking. I already saw it. The kid threw over 1,000 critical hits in one punch. I haven't come back yet. So I can't really cheat. Qiao Yu wonders why the examiner keeps following him. The examiner said it was his responsibility. The whole assessment process needs to be supervised at any time. At this time, Qiao Yu is a one-handed wall knock against the examiner. Mainly, I am afraid my words will scare. When Yundax, the examiner looked disdainful. We are all professionally trained. You can wait until the sample is taken. And the door is opened. The examiner, Yuri, kept crying. Qiao Yu comforted from the side. I told you not to follow. It will scare you. Don't cry. Anyone else will be the same as you. Then it rang and the examiner gave a report. There is no problem with Qiao Yu's urine test. That being the case, then you can send him back to continue the big test. It turns out that this kid belongs to Qiao. No wonder it's so hairy. Mages with basic attacks, breaking 500 Kyoto University guaranteed students. Do you believe it? He's probably been kicked out of the exam. Never come back. You all shut up mouth waiting for my brother you to come back. Be sure to tear your stinky mouth at this time. Ma Fei stood up. Even if Qiao Yu is no longer, and Ma Fei the champion of the big test will never fall into their hands. I will definitely lead everyone. But I am not finished yet. A figure slowly appeared in my brother. You finally showed up? Now that all the players have arrived, then the battle begins. He did not act. After Qiao Yu introduced the name and level. But the method is disdainful. Don't deserve to know my name. Because once you come, then I will raise the white flag and surrender directly. I don't want to get hit by more than 1,000 damage in one punch. I have to apologize for your life when I am done. At this time, Qiao Yu is completely crazy. Please just let me punch save a punch. Okay. The referee on the field announced with an embarrassed face, 4th College Qiao Yusheng. At this point, Qiao Yu has won 2 games in a row. Points have also accumulated to 5 points. At the same time, young Master Gu from the First Academy is considering countermeasures, since there is no way to report cheating, but it doesn't matter. There are ways to deal with him. No one can take this brain-like thing from us. He was obviously frozen into an ice sculpture by Muse. But the good show is still to come just now. Soon to the next showdown in Chengqian Mo, with the referee's life. The game begins. The student waved to the examiner on the spot signal to admit defeat. Why did he admit defeat again? Shouldn't it be the courage to rush up and fuck me? Unexpectedly? The student replied that he would only be beaten. The pain is the most genuine. I'm not stupid. Fourth round, the contestant raised Baiki in public before he even started. He advanced directly to the 8th round, and the loser looks like he's won. Shout out to the audience. This directly made Qiao Yu speechless. This is the younger brother next to him, reminding Gushou. This guy has won 8 straight. I am afraid I'll enter the ring with a complete victory. Hearing this, a wicked smile appeared on young Master Goo's face. It's going to be a top duel. There is good fruit for him. Qiao Yu to eat. You mean Shi Xiaolong? But will he listen to our arrangement? Then it's not up to him to choose. Sure enough, the opponent in the 9th inning, it is Shi Xiaorong. The school flower of the 2nd college. God school flower Shi Xiaorong as a faithful simp. Even if it breaks my ribs, it's okay to make soup for him. Immediately, the two sides began to introduce themselves. Shi Xiaorong, 2nd college level 11, weapon mage 4th college. Qiao Yu level 11 beginner, necromancer, Zulaogi. That Qiao Yu is the best seedling in your monastery. It is estimated that you will suffer when you meet Shi Xiaorong, but Principal Zhu was indifferent. You don't understand. Don't you admit defeat? As soon as this statement comes out, Shi Xiaorong was instantly puzzled as to why I had to admit defeat, articulate and excited. Finally, a kid who can fight, don't you dare. If you dare to break the Shi Xiaorong muse, I must go to your door in the middle of the night to shit. Well-spoken grin, faced with such a delicate and juicy beautiful woman, why would I use such violence? In the next second, the blue dragon Moon knife appeared out of thin air. Violent green energy explodes with weapons. The robust examiner broke out in a cold sweat. This guy is really a necromancer. Shi Xiaorong is strong. Also cold sweat. It can actually cover the azure dragon moon covering saber hit birth. I have never seen such a peculiar mage. Shi Xiaolong immediately launched his military skills. The fingertip vertical path soldier cone is raised by the younger brother, blocking Qiao Yu's attack route, but Qiao Yu just wiped it casually. The ice picks in front of me all burst. Seeing that Qiao Yu is about to charge forward, Shi Xiaorong realized that he must not let this guy's spirit and his skills. Qiao Yu can only... You are strong, but you are too arrogant. That's the end of your 8-game-winning streak. Immediately activate the skill Eternal Soldier soon. Qiao Yu was trapped and unable to move in the blink of an eye. Qiao Yu was frozen into an ice sculpture. A group of simps in the 2nd house shouted Shi Xiaorong muse, awesome look. Is that Qiao Yu not as powerful as he imagined? You know, I wouldn't have surrendered just now at this time. The principal of the 2nd hospital said with disdain, isn't your Qiao Yu so good? Principal Zhu said that you are in a hurry. The show is yet to come. Shi Xiaorong is also an examiner, can end the game. But the examiner denied it according to the rules. Only one side admits defeat or is in service will cling. But he's still bleeding. This means that his health has not bar. Shi Xiaorong was ready to go forward and let Qiao Yu admit defeat. But as soon as he was promoted to Qiao Yu, his head broke free. Little cutie. Do you think this can trap you? Spoonrong glanced at Qiao Yu. You'd better admit defeat. Holding on is just adding to the torture. Forget it. At this blood loss rate you are going to bottom out soon. But Qiao Yu did look disdainful. Now it seems that the bottom will not be seen for a while and a half. Just finished speaking, the troops around Qiao Yu began to explode. Xiaorong was obviously taken aback. Continue to release skills to increase the intensity of the kill, I thought. Qiao Yu suddenly grinned at the little cutie. How much mana do you have? If not, I'll be out soon. As soon as this statement comes out, Shi Xiaorong was obviously shocked. Why hasn't his HP bottomed out yet? And at this time, he has no mana release skills at all. At this time, Qiao Yu also increased the strength of her hands with a click and explosion of the left hand in the blink of an eye. The shackles of an eternal Bentley were broken. On this matter Xiaorong was in disbelief. How could this be? But Qiao Yu looked at him with a wicked smile. Little cutie, I am out, it's broken. As a serious necromancer, it's not too much for me to use the ancestral blue dragon moon sword. It's okay to turn over the opponent with one punch. Just say I don't know how to pity flowers and cherish jade, but accuse me of insulting the profession of mage. But it's your fault. Undead? How could I summon any undead? I am just a ghost. Just a foolish man with a mage's name. Just now Qiao Yu will do it at will. The blue dragon moon knife was placed on my cousin's neck. Why? Cousin, aren't you ready to admit defeat? No. I will never bow to you and admit defeat. That being the case, then don't blame me for not knowing how to pity Xiangshu. After saying that, the blue dragon moon knife slashed towards it, and then the inertia is an upside. Immediately, Shi Spoonlong was picked up in the air. The simps on the field were instantly unhappy. How dare you do this to my muse violence? It's going to turn your doorstep into a sea of shit tonight. The voice just fell. Shi Xiaorong hit the ground hard. Don't blame me for the hot hand catalysis. After all, this is a big test. Immediately after the examiner announced that he had come here to fight Qiao Yu for victory, Principal Zhu on the field was also very proud. See what I said? No one can stop Qiao Yu in this exam. The mentor on the side immediately helped Shi Xiaolong up. Shi Xiaolong connected to sorry. It's okay. Wrong. Your points have entered the ring, and it's not all your fault. That guy is not a mage at all. He is insulting the profession of mages. Well-spoken words don't like it. Really? Why are you so prejudiced against me? Are mages who repair their bodies not mages? At this time? Gushou, I also learned the news of Qiao Yu's victory from my subordinates. The 2nd house is really a bunch of trash. I can't even take a small monastery in the end. I still have to go out in person at the same time. The lounge will ask when it arrives. How do you feel about definitely playing against Qiao Yu? Shi Xiaorong said he was incredibly powerful. As long as he makes a move, I didn't even have a chance to resist. The classical Chinese teacher then said, originally, your opponent in this game was not Qiao Yu at all. Just because someone secretly switched opponents, it was only after the implementation that Xiaorong realized, it's not that simple. From the perspective of strength, it is obviously targeting Qiao Yu. I had to tell him. Got the news. Qiao Yu was shocked. Someone deliberately tampered with the battle table. Therefore, we will match at, and their target is me. Shi Xiaorong also reminded Qiao Yu to be careful with classical Chinese. Qiao Yu looked disdainful. This kind of obscene means will never make it to the table after all. I'll punch him to the sky. Then the game continued and all participating. The players have all taken to the ring. I won't say much about the rules of the ring match, I declare. He's too perverted. Right? What kind of necromancer is this? If no one stops it, he has won the top spot in the big exam. And this time Qiao Yu's cheering was also heard on the field. I don't care what necromancer or flesh mage he is. I am a fan of Qiao Yu at this time. Qiao Yu smiled slightly. It's time for the villain hiding in the dark to come out. As soon as Great Britain fell, a figure suddenly appeared. Grandstanding guy. 5 million. Heard 5 million. Qiao Yu looks confused. I will buy you 5 million. You admit defeat. I checked that you are an orphan. Except for an old house left by my parents, you don't have any property. 5 million enough for you to eat and drink for the rest of your life. Hearing this, Qiao Yu was angry on the spot. What kind of person do you take me? Qiao Yu? The top spot in the big test is my lifelong dream of Joe. But in the next second, Qiao Yu changed into Brother Gekyan. It's not impossible. If you want to buy it, you have to pay more. Hearing this, Master Gu looked disdainful. Sure enough, he's a guy who can't get on the table. How much to add? You can name a price. Qiao Yu stands up to eat. No more than 1 billion is enough. Of course you want to give me 10 billion, I won't refuse. As soon as this statement comes out, Gu Xiao's eyes instantly turned cold. Toast no spell wine opportunity. Don't blame me for hitting too hard at this moment. Qiao Yu mused. This guy must be behind the scenes. The first academy attacks the shadow mages. The old vulgar is actually a shadow mage. No wonder the words are so big. As the examiner's lifetime competition begins, Qiao Yu smiled slightly. I finally caught you, little mouse. I saw Master Gu slowly extending his right hand. Wanglin, this duel is too interesting. They are all occupations with summoned objects, but I have never seen Qiao Yu summon Wanglin. Qiao Yu on the Wenyan field smiled awkwardly. Wanglin. Where did Wanglin come from? It's enough to have me alone. Never thought young Master Gu is actually a big pervert. Gu Xiao took out a handful of nose water. Without saying a word, he stabbed himself on the spot. Then he punched himself again. But let Qiao Yu spit out a mouthful of old blood. That's not it. You even cut off your own little bird. This makes a fish force you to stop on the spot. You bastard. Just now Joe fished a shadow ghost. Smashed it hard. It can only be found after a closer look. I didn't even touch the hair. Is this thing that hard? This is the shadow of Master Gu's opening. Obeying the steel and iron bones. This is the first garlic dish for you. I don't know if you still like it. But Qiao Yu doesn't want to listen to his nonsense without saying a word. It's jumping and jumping again. Go up. Even this garbage can be called steel and iron bones. I look like stinky copper and rotten iron. I'll let you take a good look. How do I get rid of this junk? As he spoke, he first approved a shadow ghost. And then the third one. And then to here is a swipe. Another shadow ghost split in half. Then Qiao Yu grinned. And there were only 3 left. This is what Master Gu can't help. But ponder. This guy can't even blow up the shadow. You can imagine how affectionate his hand pished. Qiao Yu solved another one. The last one was hacked down with Qiao Yu's knife. Then Gao Xiao next. It's your turn. After saying that, a newspaper office attacked Gu Xiao's head, but young Master Gu spoke slowly. The mission of these shadow followers has also been completed, after talking about the big sacrifice in his mouth. The shadow of assimilation can follow. Qiao Yu's attack broke Gu Xiao's arm. The audience on the field couldn't help but exclaim. This knife goes down. Why don't you send that shadow mage away? Qiao Yu is too scary. But the next second, Qiao Yu was dumbfounded on the spot. This is obviously not broken by Gu Xiao, it's my arm. And Gu Xiao's arm has healed at this time. Gu Xiao opened his mouth softly, and had to admit that you are very strong, throughout Su City can defeat me. Shadow push, and forced me to offer sacrifices. You are the first at this time. Qiao Yu also realized attacking Gu Xiao will graft onto him. But if you don't directly attack him, but young Master Gu continued to speak about this. Don't really think you'll be fine if you don't attack me. As he spoke, he took up the competition and stabbed his chest. So what? Qiao Yu immediately spewed out a mouthful of insurance. I am too sick. See, young Master Gu smiled slightly. If you admit defeat now, the conditions promised to you before still count. Qiao Yu was right about Renima. And at this time, young Master Gu was also extremely shocked. The heart was frozen through, and it was fine at all. If it were someone else, it would fall on the spot. Since your name is not good, then don't blame me for being rude. As he spoke, he punched his chest in this way. Qiao Yu scolds you on the spot that the melon is a real melon, but it's a real peach at this time. Master Gu picked up his opponent. I'm going to cut my own little nest. This made Qiao Yu at a loss for a while. You fucking beast, stop talking. Just cut it up. Helpless, young Master Gu can only launch the trap again. Fairy tale meaning. But even so, he couldn't help but have a mood. Qiao Yu spat out another mouthful of blood. What kind of skill is this guy? Now it seems that attacking high is not a good thing, but the other side's skills are not without expansion. Could it be the black game? So Qiao Yu said tentatively, if I am right the next punch could kill or injure you, and at this time, Mr. Gu, the next attack is quietly brewing, but your mouth is still showing off. If you are not afraid of death, you can come up and try it. Hearing the words, Qiao Yu didn't say a word and punched it up. You don't think I can't see you secretly cast a spell, do you? Then Qiao Yu squinted and smiled, time to test the conjecture. Then if you have the ability, don't hide, I'll call you dad whenever I hide, but still activate the shadow shield. Blocked Qiao Yu's attack. This is Qiao Yu's innocent face, saying that she will not hide. Why invest? But Gu Xiao's mouth is really not ordinary. Just say I am hiding or not nice enough man. While painting export, Qiao Yu hit the shadow shield with one punch. Qiao Yu's eyes suddenly turned cold. It should be over. It was expected that it should end when young Master Gu smiled coldly, but the black air on his body is getting stronger and stronger. Suddenly Yang Tian roared in anger, trapped in the shadow. This made Qiao Yu look suddenly. Could it be that this guy has any trump cards? At this time, Master Gu's face was distorted, hideous expression. This state scares me, even the people on the same street can't help me. Qiao Yu wants to ask what you want to fight with me. One is the only hidden class necromancer, one is an 18 generator. Shadow Mage, the unauthorized pointer chose the original meat fire mode of Ziru, just because it is stronger than the seemingly Li. The sixth child would take advantage of his unpreparedness, kicked it directly, dozens of meters. There is a forgiveness mother hook left on the ground, but Qiao Yu found out Gu Xiao is also sincere. He fused four shadows. It seems to have its close-up after being different. But in the next second, Gu Xiao actually had another group of flying dragons. He really doesn't talk about martial arts ethics. And Qiao Yu did not show weakness. Then see whose fists are hard, give up. The fists of the two directly slammed together. The ground was directly flooded with dust by my gravel. Then Qiao Yu collapsed and flew up, but young Master Gu kicked Qiao Yu Shui first take advan domi. Not Mafe at all, whoever he is. This time, it must be included in our Shirazawa organization. This time, Gu Xiao didn't want to believe it. Even if he was beaten to death. What kind of magic did you use? The martial arts faction that can fight me. Hearing this, Qiao Yu looked disdainful. Woo-woo. Are you sure? At this time, Gu Xiao's eyes suddenly endured. Shadow time has a time limit. It had to be done quickly. Said to put a terrifying black energy on it. You made me look. In the next second, his expression became distorted. When trapped in the shadows, this made the principal of the first hospital on the field look helpless on the spot. So it's a draw. But at this time, the cloth young man went in unpleasantly. The champion of the big test can only be me. I have to prove that I am no better than my buddies. His brother took the mage trick, put a lot of pressure on the pace. Seeing this situation, Qiao Yu became more and more aware of it. That's right, shouting. Have a character that you must protect, even if you risk your life, and they're coming at me. But it was Gu Xiao who welcomed Qiao Yu, a sentence of full blow. Not to die. I saw Zhou spewing a cup of blood. It's good to say that I returned the black whistle. Suddenly, the two people on the field fought inseparable. At this time, the referee gestured whether to oppose the two, but the director motioned to wait and see day. But just then a mysterious woman holds good power, take them both away ready to do. And at this time, the two of them were also fighting quite anxiously. Why hasn't the other party fallen yet? This is more violent than anything they've ever fought before. The wind is weaker. Then the two men fought each other again at the same time. Innumerable blood appeared on his face. With Qiao Yu playing the last game, it directly cracked the case opinion on Mr. Gu's face. Did I lose? The referee on the court also announced the holy master of Qiao Yu. The director on the stage also felt that he often breathed a sigh of relief. It seems that Qiao Yu is still a new student. But just then a bright red light suddenly appeared in the venue. The strong director suddenly boldly and angrily courted death at this time. Qiao Yu also felt dizzy. What's up? Before he closes his eyes, a black shadow rushed towards him. Not much, Qiao Yu was loaded into a large truck. At the same time, there are also Gu Xiao and others who are being told by the Tathagata. At this time, Qiao Yu also woke up leisurely. What happened? Even Shi Xiaorong and the others were caught. Is this specifically for talent? Explanation of outstanding candidates just then. A voice came from behind. You are awake. I am sorry to clear you this way. Hearing the words, he slowly stretched out his hands. Do you think this will wake you up? But the woman opened her mouth to explain. Don't worry. I won't hurt you. The reason I invited you here, I took a fancy to your talent. My name is Flower Porcelain, is the person in charge of the Shirazawa Sayucheng area. In this regard, the little fat horse Fei is lonely. What is Bazan? Only Qiao Yu knows Baizi actually dared to drive in the big exam. The examinees are really a crazy organization at this time. The failure on the site is melted open to inquire. What are you going to do? The consequences of kidnapping students, can you afford it? Hearing Yan Hua resigned with a big face laugh. If you dare to do it. Nothing to worry about. When you arrive at the place, it will naturally be unlocked for you. Then his eyes suddenly turned cold, but someone tried to escape halfway through. Then I can only send you to death with tears in my eyes. Qiao Yu succeeded by himself. Successfully rescued the students of Suching. It turned out to be 10 talented students, including Qiao Yu, forcibly taken away after being stunned by Bade's force. Even with the effort of breastfeeding useless. Who would have thought that a fish is just a little harder? The handcuffs are hard to crack. This made the gymnast dumbfounded on the spot. Are you a gymnast or am I a gymnast? Just now, when a group of Sioux City students were taken away, Shi Xiaorong asked why you want to arrest me. Hearing the words, the Flower Porcelain smiled slightly. Colleges and universities need to replenish fresh blood, but we Shirazawa like Alkali County. At this moment, The classmate who was not afraid of death stood up. What the hell, Shirazawa? The brain has never heard of it. But he was greeted by a ruthless corner. You have no choice at all. When I understand by Zech, I believe you will not refuse. Because if you refuse, there is only a dead end. I believe you are all smart people. It's impossible for you to escape back to Lee World. These are special gloves. And shut the door. It turns out that when the students were robbed before Director Jin wanted to stop, he even shot and killed a Shirazawa member on the spot. It turned out to be an internal impersonation of inspectors. There must be mirror. The next second Director Jin's energy sword shot out. But then it turned out that this person was just a virtual page. Do not bring in the director's response. The corner of the green hair kicks it directly away. Then he laughed disdainfully until the grade was so big, so grumpy. It's easy to be pissed off if it goes on like this. A huge mouth, leaving only rubble on the ground. After the smoke clears, Director Kim emerged from the rubble. These are two teachers who came forward to care about Director Dawkin. Are you all right? Director Jin said it's okay. Those are touching, right? From the students' mouths, the group stole Qiao Yu 10 candidates, including Gusu and Shi Xiaolong. We can't stop them. Director Wen Yanjing smashed the boulder beside him. Damn it. At this time, Lu Zhouwei also rushed over in a hurry. Director Jin immediately analyzed it. Since it was stolen, that means there is no danger for the time being. And these people are well trained. This is definitely not something that ordinary organizations can do. Such courage actually moved the examinees. Then another teacher rushed over Haver and organized a unified attack once. Director Jin immediately ordered a thorough investigation, no matter what, to ensure the safety of the 10 candidates at the same time. Qiao Yu sighed, looking at the handcuffs in his hand, thinking about something, but the student smiled disdainfully. Trash handcuffs trying to trap me. But even if you take a break, you can make an effort to breastfeed. Can't open. But Qiao Yu only used a little force. The handcuffs break easily. It seems that Baizi's things are also of poor quality. The student who saw it was stunned on the spot. Are you a physician or am I a physician? At this time, Qiao Yu got up and said, I'll cut off your gloves for you. With the strength of the blue Longan moon knife in his hand, in an instant, the handcuffs of several students were loosened. Only Gusu stood alone. Seeing this, he snorted coldly. No need, but Qiao Yu doesn't care so much. As soon as he hit the blue dragon eye moon knife, he chopped it down, then he slashed the door open, and the flower porcelain seems to have realized something, immediately ordered the driver to stop. You can wait to get off the bus. Just found out Qiao Yu and other 10 students have already jumped out of the car at this time. Qiao Yu did not forget to make a gesture. Here we are again. At this time, the flower porcelain is not only confused to the handcuffs, even a level 20 physical training can't break free. How do you manage it? I just won't tell you. You can't sleep at night. But now I can only say goodbye to you. Bright Sea. The flower porcelain also directly launched the skill and bombarded it. But only a piece of air helpless. I can only watch it coldly. Wait until they come out of here again. It is estimated that those people from Suqing have already rushed over Qiao Yu. Right? I remember you. Lost the body. Qiao Yu really cheated the corpse this time. Just in Qiao Yu, after leading everyone to escape from Baize, in between enter a mysterious retro. I don't dare to be a happy god in the hands of people, but it attracted the attention of the Taiwanese officials. Masters and apprentices Rao also threatened to sell to brothel. Should be able to give a good price. Qiao Yu couldn't sit still when he heard this. I see you are courting death just now. Under the coincidence of Qiao Yu and others entered a mysterious dungeon. Go to Lingxiu Mountain to stop Hamba Fu Xiaopeng and the others are gone too. It seems that this copy is randomly trans. He shouted in cold sweat. Master. Master Happy God cheated the corpse. The Taoist priest reprimanded the little apprentice without saying a word. What's wrong with you in the middle of the night? How could Shi Shen cheat the corpse? False corpses will grow fluffy nails. Teeth will lengthen. Did I learn everything I taught you about dogs? We still have to hurry. This is when Keichuki realized. Your identity in this copy should be a happy god. Follow this master and apprentice. Should be able to enter the plot soon. Soon came a road. Chang did not forget to stick a piece of floating paper on the bridge fish head. And then he was ready to go out. Let the little apprentice be optimistic about the joy of God. And the little apprentice will whisper to the master of joy, you must not cheat the corpse. But just then, suddenly, two mysterious people broke in. Is an old man, and a strong man carrying a coffin. He glanced at the amulet on his head, and he said, Okay, what is your relationship with Gushukshawan? The little apprentice said that Gushukshawan was my master. It seems that you are a Taiwanese official craftsman. The old man in green took a few puffs of sweat. Gushukshawan's apprentice still has some eyesight. Then he looked at Qiao Yu carefully. The little apprentice quickly shouted, Senior, you can't be confused about joy. If you collide with joy, you will regret it and be unimaginable. Hearing this, the big man smashed the coffin to the ground. What a cold snort. It's just a corpse. What are the consequences, even if you disrespect him? Also, you are the only ones who call the corpse joy. If he dares to make trouble, I, Fingli, am not a vegetarian either. Hearing this, the little apprentice immediately changed his face. You are wrong. This is a big supplement to the joy of God at this time. The old man in green picked the lucky spot on Qiao Yu's head. This guy is very handsome. If it is sold to a brothel, there must be a good price. So let the big man take the body away. The big man Fingli is ready to start without saying a word. He and his litit. The big man looked disdainful. Haha. Desperately just by you. After saying that one season of flying kicks, he kicks the father of the junior apprentice. It flew several meters away on the spot. Even you little trash dare to stand out. But at this moment, Qiao Yu suddenly sighed, seeing this scene. The little apprentice was dumbfounded on the spot, and the old man in green and the big man have suddenly been magnanimous, and Qiao Yu ripped off the floating paper on her head. The expression on his face suddenly became cold. It really is.